Hi, welcome to Oma's No Sugar Kitchen.
Oregano.
Alright, since there's been big changes around here with food, I wanted to show some of the things I keep in my house as basics now. I've been doing this since the end of April when I was diagnosed with diabetes. I went over a lot of this stuff with the doctor, and one of the big points he made to me was processed food, because processing you can do at home as well as buying processed food. So if you take a potato, like I could have part of a baked potato, but as soon as I mash it and turn it into mashed potatoes, it is now a processed food. My body no longer sees it as a long strand of carbohydrates. It becomes a broken up, shorter strand of carbohydrates, and your body looks at that as starch, which is basically sugar. So he said, does it look like the food it originally was? And if it looks like the food it originally was, then it's unprocessed food. We eat 2/3 of what we eat is the vegetable side of this, or fruit, and then we add in some proteins. So I wanted to point this out because here's what I'm doing. I'm buying the peat moss size bag of broccoli to keep in the freezer because we plow through the more expensive fresh stuff pretty quickly. And I like to have this in the freezer so that I can add steamed broccoli to any meal that I want to. I usually steam it with a little salt and pepper, and if the boys want to sprinkle a little shredded cheese on top of that, or Parmesan, then that's all about them. I do add cheese still to some of these meals, and I just use it more sparingly than the guys do. I also have a peat moss size bag of fresh kale. And I buy this at the grocery store. Now I know it says triple washed and ready to eat, but I don't believe any of that. I wash this. As I add it to salads, and I add it to almost every salad I make. Tonight I'm making a Cobb salad. I'll film that for you too. But I add some of the kale in with the iceberg lettuce for the Cobb salad, and it turns out great because it's nice and crunchy. So we use a lot of kale. Some people hate kale. We don't mind it. Fresh spinach, and I also buy frozen spinach. When I want to add a little pile of steamed spinach to the side of a dish, it's nice to have the frozen spinach. I also add baby spinach to a lot of the salads, or like if I'm doing a veggie tray, I will dress some baby spinach with olive oil and red wine vinegar and some salt and pepper, and I will put that on the side of our plate with the fresh veggie tray. So baby spinach. There's a bunch of other veggies here, and poblano peppers and green peppers and onions. We use all of that, but that's not only what we use. This is the stuff I keep in the house all the time. So I add other vegetables in, some sugar snap peas and carrots. I add other vegetables into that as we decide we want it. I've got some blueberries are your friend. If you're a diabetic, they are high in fiber, and you can have a few of those. And I find that now that I'm not eating a lot of sugar, they mostly taste really sweet to me. So I eat, usually there's fresh berries on the table. I eat a handful of these after dinner. It's sort of dessert. I've got edamame here, which is really, it's soybeans in their shell. We've discovered I do not like edamame that's been shelled. I don't like that at all. It almost tastes like they dry out, and they almost taste like lima beans. And lima beans are one of the few vegetables I personally don't enjoy. So I buy them in the shell. I steam them. I sprinkle the shells with a little bit of salt and mix it together. And when we want something that's sort of reminiscent of French fries, I put a pile of these with a little salt sprinkled over them, and then we can open them and eat them, and they're really good that way. Now I've got 2 frozen salmon here. Okay, so for 3 grown people, I can get 2 meals out of this. because I cut this into strips, two or three strips each. And so we have a blackened salmon dinner, and sometimes with edamame on the side and some fresh vegetables. The next day I take the cooked salmon and I actually make a giant salad on our plate and put the salmon over the top. I have some filleted tilapia, which is wonderful. I use this on a regular basis. I can either make this blackened or with Italian spices and olive oil in the oven. And I'll show you, I have some of those on my channel anyway, but I'll show you that. Chicken, we're a big fan of chicken around here, particularly if I'm doing something Tex-Mex. Now I will do several meatless meals a week. We probably only eat meat maybe 3-4 times in a week. After that I will do a giant salad dinner, or I will do a vegetable stir-fry dinner. And I've discovered ways to make that. I have a low sodium soy sauce with no sugar in it. No sugar in it at all. So I have that, and I will use that. Zest of an orange, some ginger, onion, low sodium soy sauce, and I come out with this beautiful stir-fry sauce. Oh, I've got eggs here too. Eggs have become something we use as a lean protein. I will put it over a salad like I'm going to do for the Cobb salad tonight, or I will do these open-faced sandwiches. For some reason, this multi-grain sourdough bread doesn't spike my blood sugar. So I'll have like a piece of that toasted with a sliced egg and salt and pepper over the top, and that's yummy. So we use eggs a lot. Not afraid of those at all. My hero in all of this is Greek yogurt. And the reason is I can use this as, I doctor it. So I buy the plain. With this I can make a salad dressing. I can make a tartar sauce, like a dilled tartar sauce, adding a little mayo and a little dill and onion and all that. And then I can make sour cream. It tastes exactly like sour cream. Just add a little lime juice and a little salt to it and mix it up, and it's just like sour cream. This has been a hero for us. It's actually really good for your digestive system as well. And I don't buy the full fat one. This is the 2%. And I love this. I use this all the time now. These refrigerator dill pickles have no added sugar. So I will cut some of those up and use them with the Greek yogurt for a tartar sauce, and it comes out really nice. For rice dishes, that was hard to give up. And I've discovered that my husband, who's really, really picky, absolutely loves riced cauliflower, because I take this and I use it however I want. I add whatever spices I want to it. I have made fried rice with it. I've made Puerto Rican rice with it. I have used this in so many things, and we absolutely love it. I've even made saffron rice to go with a yellow curry using riced cauliflower. This one with the vegetables added is great for like chicken fried rice. You know, and I use the soy sauce and the orange and all of that, and that's wonderful too. Now I'm testing my blood sugar every day after we eat, and what I've discovered is all of these things, my body loves them. I don't feel terrible after I eat. None of us do, actually, and my blood sugar doesn't spike at all. This is a great company. This Olé Mexican food company. You see that? They're awesome. These are so popular at my store that I've had to start ordering them online. These are tortillas with flaxseed in them. Extra virgin olive oil, whole wheat, and flaxseed in them. And it makes a huge difference. I can have 2 of these to make little street tacos, and it doesn't spike my blood sugar at all, and I absolutely love it. It's high fiber. They're wonderful. So, and they don't taste weird, which is pleasant. Frozen bananas here, and I have a little Ninja blender. I use these to make either smoothies or freezer treats, and I'll show you how I do that. I like just oil and vinegar on a salad. So I've actually bought a little oil and vinegar dispenser, which I absolutely love. My guys, though, they wanted dressing, so I found 2 sugar-free honey Dijon dressings both of these brands, they absolutely love them. Sometimes I will take these and add a little bit of the Greek yogurt in with them to make them a little less sweet. They have artificial sweetener in them. But my guys like these. They're not doing a sugar bomb. It's wonderful. Okay, Duke's mayonnaise. Duke's mayonnaise has no sugar in it, unlike many of the other mayonnaises. And now that I've started paying attention to the ingredients reading the ingredients at the grocery store, what I've discovered is for an American diet, it is really difficult to find products that are either not ultra processed or full of sugar. I've got this tomato paste, store brand, organic tomato paste that actually has organic tomato pulp, citric acid, and that's it. No sugar, no salt. I actually make my own homemade pizza sauce with this. I crisp these up a little bit in the oven and top them with pizza toppings, and we have individual pizzas, and it's great. I add olive oil and onion powder and garlic and Italian herbs, and I smear that all over this and add sausage or cheese or whatever the guys want. When I say sausage, I mean chicken sausage, organic chicken sausage. I am a human. I don't want to feel like I'm standing in a field every day grazing. So I have found a couple of crackers here that are great. They're almond flour. If you can deal with almonds. Some people, they don't like almonds, but these are wonderful to make. I have a goat cheese that I will get that out too. I have a goat cheese that I put on the table. I'll show you in my next video. And I put a little bit of this no sugar added jam over the top. And we have that with these almond crackers. And even though there's a little jam over the goat cheese, it doesn't spike me. I think it's the combination of the almonds and the cheese itself kind of counteracts the little bit of carbs in the teaspoon or two of jam I'm having with them. I've discovered, now that I'm not eating sugar, that unsalted roasted peanuts in the shell, I enjoy opening those when we're watching TV in the evening and eating them, and they almost taste sweet. They're really, really good. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and these are raw, so they're not salted. The sunflower seeds are roasted and salted. I have pecan halves, I have walnuts, and unsalted cashews, pistachios. We have these sometimes with dinner and sometimes as a snack. And then I buy a store brand of peanuts and I make my own. They're unsalted when I buy them, but they are shelled. And I mix them with a little olive oil and the spices that I want. So these are dill, if you can see down in there. Those are dill with a dash of salt, mostly dill, onion powder, and olive oil. And then I bake them in the oven for a little bit and put them right back in the can they were bought in. No sugar added. What I discovered was most nuts, if you buy them flavored, they have added sugar. Here are my Cajun ones. I have a homemade Cajun spice that I use, and I will make a recipe. I'll do a video of these. I'll show you how to do these. But these are the Cajun spiced ones. You see down in there? And they have a little salt in them as well, and they have some Cajun spice and a little olive oil. Also, no sugar added. This is the basics. Now to this, I add other ingredients like olive oil. I have the goat cheese that I like. Here, let me get that out. This is the goat cheese that I like. This brand, they have a bunch of different flavors. Now I really like the lavender and fennel pollen one, but they have a bunch of different flavors, and this is wonderful with some jam over the top and some almond crackers on the side. There are two jams that I will buy. They are 100% fruit, no added sugar. This is the brand that I love. Blackcurrant or blueberry, and I will put maybe a tablespoon of that over one or two over one of these goat cheese and put it on a plate on the table with some crackers on the side, and we all love that. So we are all losing weight, but it's not about losing weight. It's about feeling better when we eat. And I would call this a modified keto or Mediterranean diet. I usually have avocados here as well. I just don't have any today. And we mix all of this in, including other vegetables and fruits, with what I usually have on hand. So this is the change in Oma's kitchen, and I'm going to show you some great new recipes with this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in Oma's kitchen. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll upload more tasty videos soon, and a special shout out to Moon Pie and Lil Bit. Till next time.